Beautiful. Now we've got our Jupyter Notebook set up and our tools are importing thanks to installing them with Conda. Let's give this bad boy a name. So end-to-end bulldozer price regression. Nice and simple. Wonderful. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by bringing in some headings to our notebook so we have some structure of what we're doing. And the ones we're going to do is we're going to bring this framework in. So we'll get all these 6 steps here: problem definition, data, evaluation. We'll check out Kaggle for what evaluation metric they use, features, modeling, and then experiments. So let's do that. We'll create a new cell above here just to prettify our notebook. So what could we start this off with? We'll give it a nice title. So predicting the sale price of bulldozers using machine learning. Let's put a little emoji here. There we go, frequently used, good one. We'll turn this into Markdown, wonderful. So in this notebook, we're going to go through an example machine learning project with the goal of predicting the sale price of bulldozers. Nice and simple, right? We want to get into modeling and to working on code as fast as possible. So this is just, these kind of layouts is just to help us out in the beginning. So problem definition, what was the next one? Data. Number 3 is, see, I can't even remember what the top of my head. Let's go back. Remember, this is why we have this, so we can check it out. Evaluation. Had a mind blank there. But these things will happen, right? Whenever you dive into every project, it's not going to be like you know everything of what to do off by heart from the very start. That's what machine learning is, experimentation, features. Let's go through these, and then maybe down here somewhere will be modeling or whatever, but we'll wait till we get to that point. So let's define our problem in a single sentence. We'll go back to Kaggle. So if we go to the overview, there we go. We could just put in that, but we'll rewrite it in our own words. That's a bit more fun, isn't it? So we'll come here. What could we call this? Put it in a quote. How well can we predict the future sale price of a bulldozer given its characteristics and previous examples of how much similar bulldozers have been sold for? Does that make sense? So our goal here is to use some data to build a machine learning model to predict the sale price of bulldozers in the future. And now data. Now we've already imported this. So if we have a look at Jupyter Notebook open, we've already got this open here. We don't need an extra window. Let's have a look at data. Blue book for bulldozers. There we go. So we've got train and valid, train. All right, so we might just put a link in here. So we go, the data is downloaded from the Kaggle Blue Book for Bulldozers competition. And then you might come into this Kaggle competition and they've already given us some information, so we might just put something like this. So we might just copy this to remind ourselves of what train, valid, and test is. Again, this will be different depending on whatever data set you're working with. We'll put it in here. So train, valid, and test, just so someone who is new to this would be able to go through our notebook and go, oh, okay, I see what's happening. There are 3 main data sets. And we're just going to put the link in here. This is all part of communicating your work, right? So that's what you want. When you're doing things in machine learning or any kind of coding project, it can be easy to sort of get lost in making your own sort of projects, and then someone else gets upon it, and because you've done it all in your own style, they're going to be like, oh wow, what's going on here? So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to help our future selves as well as anyone else we'd share our work with. So evaluation, we can come to Kaggle competitions. Whenever a competition is posted on Kaggle, there's going to be an overview. There's going to be some prizes. There's going to be a description of what's going on here. And there's going to be an evaluation. So how do you win the competition? So here is where we'll be shown the evaluation metric for this competition is the RMSLE, or root mean squared log error. Wow, that's a mouthful. Between the actual and predicted auction prices. See, that's what all evaluation metrics are, is a comparison between the actual and predicted auction prices. So what we'll do is we're going to copy this in here. There we go. RMSLE. And don't worry, we're going to have a look at that. We haven't actually gone over what RMSLE is, but we have gone over mean squared error. Now, you might be able to infer from this that root mean squared log error is just the root of the mean squared log error. But we'll have a look at that when we come to evaluation. For more on the evaluation of this project, check. We're going to put another link in there. Boom. So as our goal with most regression metrics, we might put it in here. Note, the goal for most regression evaluation metrics is to minimize the error. For example, our goal for this project will be to build a machine learning model which minimizes RMSLE. So that's for regression metrics, right? If you had mean absolute error, MAE, or mean squared error, your goal is often to minimize it. And now features. So this is where we want to have a look at what different parts are there of the data. So if we come to Kaggle and we have a look at data, this data set comes with a data dictionary. And the good thing is that we've downloaded that. It's in the form of an Excel file. That's the extension for Excel. Now, I don't have Excel on my computer, but the beautiful thing is you can open Excel files in Google Sheets, which is what I've done here. So what we'll see is we haven't imported our data set yet, but these are the different columns. We'll have a look at it in a second. And what this is going to tell us is, okay, so this is the sales ID. That's a column, sales ID. The description is unique identifier of a particular sale of a machine at auction. Wonderful. So I might copy this. Anyone with the link can view. Beautiful. And go put it in here. Kaggle provides a data dictionary detailing all of the features of the data set. You can view this data on Google Sheets. So I'll put another link there. Beautiful. So that way we sort of know what's happening there with what's going on. And we haven't done much at all here, right? We haven't explored these at all, but what I prefer to do is just set out this little layout and then get cracking on the code as soon as possible. We'll finish this video there. So we've gone through steps 1 to 4, nice and simple, right? We've defined our problem, so we know what we're doing. We know where the data is coming from. We know what evaluation metric we're moving towards thanks to Kaggle. And thankfully, Kaggle have provided a data dictionary for us. And these things, you won't always get them like from the start as simple as this. So this is where it might take, if you didn't have these things, if you didn't have a problem definition, if your data wasn't in one source that you could easily download from a link, or your evaluation metric wasn't just given to you. Same with the data dictionary. These are things you might have to do some research to do. But luckily for this particular project, we have them already. So without any further ado, since our tools are ready, let's import the data and get started on it.